Hey crafters, this is Paulette. It is already time for December 2014 name tags. We're going to use a really sweet little Saltbox Studios stamp set this month. It is called Candle Glows, and I just love it. I don't think I've ever used this candle image right here with the 3 candles, so we're going to use that today. We're also going to use the companion sentiment set, and we're going to use a Season of Light as our sentiment. I've already done the main stamping because I'm sitting down, and I stamp better when I'm standing up. And we're going to be doing Memento Tuxedo black ink, and I will stamp the sentiments, and then we're going to do some Copic coloring. And of course I'm going to have to stand up to stamp these because I can't see. I've got this elevated so you guys can see the coloring. Okay. My little pieces of cardstock are cut to 2.5 by 3 1/4. That is what fits in the little name badges that I purchased at Walmart. We're also going to do some sponging and some Stampin' Up! Close to Cocoa with the Ink Essentials tool and a piece of felt. I've got quite a few Copics picked out here. So let's just run through. I've got a couple of yellow tones, a Y18 and a Y32. I've got a couple of red tones, an R59 and R29. I've got the number 0 neutral gray. I've also got the blender pen, just in case there's any mistakes. I've got 3 kind of brown tones here, E70, E35, and Y26. And I've got an orange, YR68. Use whatever colors you have. The colors are not a specific guide. They're just more of a suggestion. So I'm going to start with the yellow. And I'm just going to color in the candle glow. Just filling in that oval space here around the candle flame. And that does have, on these 2 shorter candles, does have an extra ring, which I could have done in a couple of different colors, but I really just want this to be simple. We're all in the crunchy Christmas time, so we're doing simple. I'm going to take some orange and just put at the very top of my candle flame. And if it comes down on the small flames, that's okay, because we're just going to put red on the bottoms, so it will blend together. So really just touching the bottom of the flame to fill that in. I'm going to use this Y32 for kind of this melted area of the candle. And just swoosh that in the tops of the candles. I'm going to use the number 0 gray for the shadow on my candles. My candles are white, so I don't want them to be too blah. So just going to make a little shadow so you know they're there and you know they're white. And if you feel like getting those little areas down there within the berries, you can do those. Once we add all our sponging, that's really not going to affect anything. The stars are going to be the Y26 and just filling in the whole star. Are you guys getting all of your shopping done? Oh my goodness. We have had so much drama and job changes and I don't know. I think I'm in shock. I'm still in shock. So it's just stumped me on everything. Okay. We're going to take this E70 and just touch the tip of these little stars. And for the bigger ones, I'm just going to come right up the point towards the center just to give a little bit of depth and keep them from being so flat, which is really hard for the little ones, but I think it just adds a little bit more depth. You know, the littlest touches really do make a difference. You don't think they would, but they do. Okay, we're going to be doing the berries in the wreath. So for me, I'm going to go ahead and use the dark color first, because the lighter color will blend it and make it fabulous. So I'm just going to touch the left side of all of these berries, and some of them are really small. If it fills the berry, don't worry too much about it. It's not really a big deal. But again, I think the variance of the light to dark really does make it more realistic. It is a beautiful image. So I went to the print shop today and bought some legal notepads and had them cut them down so that I could make some individual personalized notepads, which are so fun. And I realized that there's a new paint shop right next door to the print shop. And so I went in there and they just have the most fun. They're like door decorations, and they're about a 14 by 14 inch plywood, a very thin plywood with a big wire hanger on it. And they're in every shape you could imagine, like a snowman head or a piece of peppermint candy, and then they have a sentiment painted across them. They're just darling. I'm just so excited. I even bought a chair. I bought an antique chair with a snowman face painted on the seat. And it is just darling. So I'll take a picture of that and be sure and share that on my blog. Okay, we're going to take the R29 and fill in the rest of the berries here. But I love hand-painted stuff like that. And that's probably why I enjoy so much doing these little cards. I did not do a Christmas card this year. I was really crunched for time, and we had a big family reunion as well. And I just, with everything that's gone on, just haven't been able to settle down and focus. And I did not make a Christmas card this year. I always make a little thing that I put in our card, which is basically a Christmas letter, but I even omitted the letter. I just put a Merry Christmas greeting and all of our names, and then printed a photo of all of us. Mike and I got to go to West Hollywood this summer, so I had some really nice pictures of us together. So I did that, and I went to the kids' Facebook pages and stole pictures of them off of their Facebook pages that they had posted of themselves that are really good pictures. I don't know. I always have this idea that I will make somebody take pictures with my iPhone, and it's been full. I have this love-hate relationship with Apple in the cloud and all of that, and I take too many pictures and videos, and my computer was too full. I couldn't download my pictures, so I had to delete pictures to take pictures, and so I have no good family pictures. I've got a gazillion pictures of Millie, but not of the whole group. So there we go. So I just printed that, and that was my Christmas card. And you know what? That's okay. If you don't have time to do everything that you always do, it's really okay. So now we're going to use this E35 for this kind of grapevine business. And the squigglier the better. So if you've had a lot of coffee or caffeine, this part will turn out really nice. I love the grapevine wreaths and all these little berries and things. They're just so, whatever, earthy, organic. Nature, bringing nature in, which is just beautiful. So if I don't get to post again before Christmas, I hope everyone has just a wonderful Christmas with family and friends. We usually have a pretty quiet Christmas. So there, all of our coloring is done. Now we're ready to do our sponging. I'm going to give my little sponge a haircut here before we get started, and I've decided that the friction against this and my ink pad is what's making all those little things, and then you kind of get those little smears on your artwork. So I'm going to try to alleviate that. So I'm going to move one of these down here. We're going to use this Close to Cocoa from Stampin' Up! And just really try just to press this into the ink pad to get the ink. And then swoosh this around in here. It just breaks my heart to see crafters waste their ink on paper, scratch paper. And I get a much better blended surface if I do this on a glass mat. So I'll either do that in the lid or on my glass mat, and then start applying to my little card. And you can add as much or as little ink as you want. So there, we've got one completed. Let's do the other one. I may need to add some more ink to my ink pad. So may you all be blessed with extra time to do your baking or your stocking stuffers, all of your crafting that you need to get done for the Christmas season. And may you all have a very Merry Christmas. Enjoy.